Hello everyone, I am a virtual CAE engineer and my English name is Fluid Flow. In this presentation, I would like to share a case of failure in analysis using OpenFOAM that I encountered while supporting members at SimpleSim. OpenFOAM is an open source CFD software which is known as a very powerful tool. Many people use OpenFOAM and benefit from it for their research and development. The purpose of this video is to share what I learned from the failure so that OpenFOAM users can avoid repeating the same failure. Now, let me introduce how to use OpenFOAM based on what I learned from the failure. There were various issues, but this time, I will introduce one of them. As a background, there was a request from our members to perform an analysis by setting the inlet as a pressure boundary and the outlet as a velocity boundary. I was told that the most stable way to do an analysis was to set the inlet as a velocity boundary and the outlet as a pressure boundary. And I have been doing it that way ever since. So I had no experience of doing an analysis with the inlet as a pressure boundary and the outlet as a velocity boundary. Therefore, I could not predict what kind of problems would occur if I set the inlet as a pressure boundary and the outlet as a velocity boundary. I have obtained consent from the member to publish the failure case this time. But the original data is the member's data, so I cannot disclose it. Therefore, I will reproduce it with the mixing elbow in tutorial. These are the analysis conditions for this time. I use air as a fluid. I set the inlet as a pressure boundary and the outlet as a velocity boundary of 10 meters per second. The inlet tool that was the inlet in the tutorial is set as a wall this time. This is the contour plot of the analysis results. The left is the pressure contour plot, and the right is the velocity contour plot. The result seems to be fine at first glance, but there is a strange distribution near the outlet. This is the enlarged contour plot near the outlet. The pressure has the maximum and minimum values next to each other on the upper side of the cell just before outlet. The velocity is maximum at the upper part of the outlet. At the downstream of the elbow, the velocity becomes faster on the lower side of pipe. But at the outlet, it becomes a boundary that fixes the velocity to a uniform flow. Therefore, I thought that the solver tried to force it into a uniform flow and a strange distribution appeared. As a temporary solution, I replied to the member, please calculate the entrance with the velocity boundary and the outlet with the pressure boundary. And I looked for a boundary that can calculate with outlet velocity. After a while, I found it and updated the site so that the boundary can be calculated on it. With the update, you can choose the velocity type of the velocity boundary from uniform velocity and mean velocity. Before the update, the velocity type of the velocity boundary was only uniform velocity, but by specifying it with mean velocity, I made it so that the solver does not forcibly make it a uniform flow even if there is a distribution. These are analysis conditions for case 2 with the changes. The mean velocity that became available with the update was used for the outlet boundary. This is the contour plot of the analysis result for case 2. The strange distribution at the outlet has disappeared and the results are normal. Let's zoom in and check the area near the outlet. The strange distribution right before the outlet has disappeared. But actually, performing the analysis with this setting, I discovered something. When the inlet is a pressure boundary and the outlet is a velocity boundary, the inlet has a distribution of velocity when flowing in. Therefore, it might be possible to perform the analysis with a shorter entrance region than when the inlet is a velocity boundary and the outlet is a pressure boundary. The region from the entrance to the free developed flow is called the entrance region. Summary: when analyzing with inlet pressure and outlet velocity, the analysis can be done probably by using the mean velocity even if there is a distribution of velocity at the outlet. Further investigation is needed, but inlet pressure and outlet velocity can reduce the entrance region because the inlet velocity has a distribution when flowing in. There were various problems, including those that I could not introduce, but I am glad that I was able to perform the analysis that the member wanted in the end. In this presentation, I introduce what I learned from my failure experience using OpenFOAM. I reaffirmed that setting boundary conditions is very important in analysis using OpenFOAM. I would like to challenge more advanced analysis by making use of what I learned this time. Also, at SimpleSim, we provide support for members like this. So please contact support if you have any question or requests about how to use it. See you again in the next video. That was Fluid Flow.